Hello, good day. How are y'all?
Michelle and Shep, what's going on, guys? Welcome in.
Hey, Shep.
Baby.
Michelle, is it nice to be back in the United States?
No. She's like, nah.
Yeah.
It smells like grease here.
Yeah.
Grease and
like French fries just everywhere.
KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
French fried.
So what's the word?
Bird.
Happy Wednesday. It's a
Seems
short
like-
week.
I know we say this every time, but it seems like we've been forever since we were live.
I know.
Doesn't it feel like it's been a while since we've been live?
It's just like we're so busy, and it's like it comes up so quick.
Yep.
I blame E.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle. What's up, Irish? What's up, Shep? ACB, what's going on, y'all?
Irish is still a channel member. He's in green in the chat. He's still a channel member. Look at
Gonga, what's up, bud?
Hey, Gonga.
Ganga!
I didn't know it was a camel emoji.
Hippie.
What's up, Hippie? I blame Tim. Thank you. It's good to be home.
Hip, I sent your box out today, Hippie. He bought the first domer off my new website. Hippie did.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Was he your first purchase on the website?
He was I think he was the very first order.
That's so cool.
Well, and technically he has one coming to him from DT4 as well.
He actually Silly was the first and Adam at the same time. It was during my show.
Oh, cool.
So it was one of the two of them. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, congrats on launching your website. That's exciting.
It is so much. It was confusing to set up. Malf helped me a lot getting it up and running. So I'm adding a lot of new stuff every day. So there'll be a bunch of t-shirts and fun stuff.
Silly bought the shirt first. Oh yeah, Silly bought the shirt, and then Hippie went and bought the domer.
Yeah.
She bought a shirt and a mug, right? That's cool.
Yeah, and then Silly bought a
Silly
domer on the show. She bought one on Whatnot. So
Jester has your custom domer. He will post photos. Dope. Okay, it took me a little bit to realize. I forget Jester. Okay, I got you.
He got your custom?
Yeah, so he got that one.
My custom's up on the website. I put it up today. I wasn't gonna put it up, and I was like, I should just use that for the cons that I go to this year. Just take it with me. And I'm like, nah, I'll put it up. So it's up.
$1 million baby.
Did anybody? Oh, look at lights. He just got fancy.
They were on. I just accidentally turned them off, but I was trying to.
So what do you guys pick up anything this week?
Did we?
Any fun drops?
Oh, well, I mean, one that you've already seen, the little the new era guy.
Yeah, he's dope, man.
He's so cute.
He's a lot smaller than I thought he'd be, but he's really cool. I like that it comes like individual. He's like a janky. It comes individually packaged with the accessories, and then he has a little sticker for his hat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I haven't showed this off yet on DT4 though.
I hate you, E. I hate you.
I'm sorry. I mean, we gotta show off the Cardi.
It's so painful for me because I don't have any of these pieces in my collection. Like,
I bet, dude. I bet.
You don't even get to play. It's so unfair.
I do have something I got to show off though. Hold on.
What's up, Tucci?
Hey, Tucci.
What's up, too?
What? Let me see your shirt. Nice.
Repping the DT4, baby.
I haven't seen that shirt yet.
That's because I just got it. I was testing out. Saint. Hold on, I gotta send him the link. Where's the link? I already sent it.
I wish I had a DT4 shirt.
So
You do have one.
I got the very first figure from Brain Deef. Look at that.
Oh, that's so dope, dude.
He's cool.
That's like his signature pattern, I believe. Isn't
But check this next one out. Check this out. Mind blowing.
Oh man, that's crazy, bro. He's oh god.
That's his paint job on it too.
Yeah, it's on the same figure as I just showed off, but it's his paint.
What?
That's crazy.
Chat.
So it just came. It just came in the mail. It was lost.
Dude, he's a wizard.
So I did come up with one or two figures for myself.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Chep.
Here's the little guy. Go ahead, Ditto. I'll just show this wall.
He's so cool. Did you notice on the box, E, it says Buffalo figure. It doesn't even have the figure's name on the white sticker.
Mini Buffalo figure. But yeah, it has like the little individual things. It's really cool. Has 2 hats that he comes with. Yeah.
You need to customize that and put a little 3 hat on them or something.
Should have got more than one so I can customize.
They still have. I think they still have them.
I didn't see them yesterday because I got this in yesterday, and then as soon as I opened it, I was like, all right, I need more. And
that's why I bought 2, because I knew I'd want to keep one, and I knew like BK from Canada probably want one, which he did.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Go ahead, Ditto. Didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Oh, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Oh, it's based in Buffalo, New York. That makes sense. Gotcha.
I don't think I picked up anything this week. I did get a little gift. Speaking of BK from Canada, last week I was on his stream, and I think I just wound up kind of like stacking and gifting a couple of things. So his son actually came on and gave me this cow lighter.
Oh
yes.
My gosh!
I forgot.
I thought that was kind of cool. So thank you to BK's son for that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Adam hates BK. He just said in the chat.
Y'all share a birthday, right? Or like in the
same,
yeah.
His son and I have the same May 18th birthday, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
We are waiting for our guest who I don't know if he's having technical difficulties or not.
Sketch. What's up, Sketch?
Show this, huh?
He's in the back office now.
Oh, he is there. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was about to yell at him.
You can still yell at him.
I'll yell at him anyway. Yeah, otherwise I think just we'll talk about this a little later after our guest here, but a lot of DT4 Collecticon prep now I think is underway firmly.
Like there's like it's crazy for me right now.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
I did get this.
Yes.
I lied. We'll show this a little bit more in detail later, but I did get this little bad boy.
You want to see how like I actually Ditto, your hands look bigger today because
thank you.
Because they're kind of small right now.
I've been stretching them out. Actually, I'm doing hand stretching exercises.
That's the one you got to repair the back a bit.
Hey,
but
it's not that bad. I could do that.
Yeah, no, it's just filler.
Yeah.
It's so cool. So now we have the daddy DT4 wall, and we have the mommy DT4 wall, and then we have the baby DT4.
Are we gonna sing Baby Shark? I really cue it up.
No,
that paint job is crazy.
I love that. I love that.
I watched a couple videos, right, to see how some of the small little like architect people do it.
You killed it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was fun. Dry brush, like 4 layers of dry brush.
Well, I'm gonna need the video so I can learn some techniques.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it. It's actually really, really fun to do. But more to come on that. That's gonna be at Collecticon, and more news on that after our guest tonight. We'll talk more about Collecticon.
Yeah.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, boom.
Well, is our guest ready? Is he drinking in the back room?
He is pounding like
whiskey. He's a whiskey
It's something.
guy.
Yeah, whiskey. Or it's in a metal cup. I can't see what it is. It's probably apple juice.
It might be Old English because we were talking the other day on an IG Live and he was talking about OE and is it in a paper bag?
I'm pretty sure it's a juice box he's drinking.
That's probably the case.
It's a juice box.
Well, I say we bring him on. So
right.
I think a lot of you guys know this amazing artist. He's got an impressive resume. He's a digital artist. He's a published comic book artist, and he is a Series 1 creative. He's hailing from the East Coast, and he is the son of a saint.
Bam.
You also forgot to mention the saint, patron saint of debauchery.
That's true. I was going to let you
in between,
aka little sainty saint, aka I don't know.
So is it my vodka cranberry that's kicking in, or is your background blurred out?
No, it's your cranberry juice kicking in.
Yeah.
Or is it,
you're a little
juice.
fuzzy today, Rock. We also forgot to mention like former musician too, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Tambourine in the fifth grade.
It was in a boy band, actually.
Electric Triangle. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
That's hot.
What?
The bass.
Really?
Play the bass triangle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Saint. In fact, when we do the creatives con, whenever that is, Red Guardian, wherever you're at, we have a band already ready to go between Ando and Frenemy and Saint and who knows who else. It'll be great. So, Saint, before we kind of jump into too much detail, we always like to kind of learn a little bit about the history of the art journey from each artist. So, tell us a little bit about, when did you start doing art? Was this something that was always in your DNA as a child, or was this later in life in high school? I mean, talk about that a little bit.
Oh, I always was sketching from, pretty young. I mean, as the story goes, and I've said this story before, but my father growing up was a truck driver, used to travel a lot. So there'd be some times where it'd be like a week or two I wouldn't see him, but when he'd come home finally, he'd come home with a stack of comic books for me. And I'd be like 5 years old, and some of those comic books, maybe he should have vended them a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. But I used to try to draw the covers all the time. And when he realized that I seemed to have somewhat talent, it was kind of looking the same as far as how I was drawing it at 5 or 6 years old. He made it into kind of a game, like he'd bring home comic books, and then he'd randomly pick, okay, this week I want you to draw this one, I want you to draw this one, try to color that one. Little did he know he was putting in the foundation for what my career is now.
Love that.
That's cool, man. I feel like there's a pattern with a lot of the artists that we interview. A lot of the artists who are really good at what they do also had that support from at least one of their parents, or like that they accepted, or like they helped to nourish that. They saw that they were an artist, and they're like, okay, well, and then they didn't just like ignore it.
Yeah, it was that way up until I said I wanted to be an artist as a career. Then that was a different story.
That's different. As a kid, though, they're like, oh yeah, let me buy, just.
I can empathize with that too a little bit. I mean, unfortunately, we took much different paths. Your resume of art is just ridiculous, and we're going to get to that here in a little bit. But when I was a little child, that we drove across country, and I remember my parents rented we had moved from Illinois to California for a couple of years and then back. And I was a big fan of Mad Magazine and Don Martin cartoons. I've talked about that a couple of times, but same kind of concept. I was sketching and drawing and tracing and doing all kinds of fun things, like in the back on a cross country journey in this truck. And my parents just were always kind of like urging me, and did art all throughout high school, and then just took a right turn. And, finally, thanks to the creatives and people like you, Saint and B and Rock and E and others who inspire me, I basically have now started to kind of flex the muscle a little bit again. So I can empathize that kid drawing in the back of a truck. I like that.
I remember going across country. Remember those station wagons where the back seat faced the opposite way, and you looked out the back? And I remember being back there playing around with, you have your toys and stuff. I was little, and parent just smoking away in the front seat. Mom and dad just smoking packs a day. This whole car full of smoke. No wonder why I cough. That's terrible. That's my cross country story. That's all I got.
Those were the days, huh?
Yeah.
So, Saint, one of the things that you have on your long resume of impressive art journey is the creatives, and creatives obviously is near and dear to our heart. You were in series one of the creatives. How did that come to be? I mean, did you know Red Guardian prior to the creatives?
I did know Red. So I met Red Guardian during Playful Gorillas. What was it? It was like Paint and Drink and Draw or something, or Booze and Buddies, I think it was. Booze and Buddies. Yeah. It was Booze and Buddies. And that's how I met him. It turns out that most of those guys, my introduction even to the toy scene, the designer toy scene, is my sister used to actually paint dunnies and customize them and stuff like that. And that's how she met Playful Gorilla. And then through Playful Gorilla, I met Red Guardian, and so on and so forth. So I've known some of these guys, especially some of the guys in series one, for quite a while now. and he was putting the creatives together. And I can't remember if it was him that reached out to me or me who reached out to him because someone told me to. Like, I can't remember what it was exactly, but we're gonna go with Red came to me because it sounds better. So, so we're gonna go with that. But yeah, like he let me jump on, and you know, that first series was such a blessing because there was such immense talent on that first series.
Oh, yeah.
And then you know, I because there was so many artists that were in such different styles. I wanted to challenge myself artistically, so I just started collabing with everybody who had a style I felt like I've never touched before.
Very
And
cool.
that first series, like anybody who's stuck around since series one knows that I've pretty much collabed with almost everyone from series one, only because of the challenge. I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could adapt to everybody else's style. And knock on wood, you know, so far so good.
Well, you and I have gone on IG Lives with E and B and Rock and others many a late night. So if you are up at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, you're likely seeing Glass, Saint, and I and E and you know others.
Not me. I'm in bed asleep
Mo.
probably.
Yeah. Well, by that time you are probably, but doing some
early.
late night debauchery is Saint's favorite word. And you've told quite a few really kind of engaging and interesting stories, but they all stem from kind of going to kind of cons in the days where you were kind of heavily going to cons. Was that due to the comic book art? How I would talk about that? You know,
although use a damn liar. Anyway, sorry. But when Son of a Saint, like the name Son of a Saint started in 2016, and then it already by 2017, like I was already starting to make my rounds in the comic book world. I just got kind of lucky and certain gigs kind of landed in my lap. So like the name Son of a Saint started getting places. So because of that, in 2017, I started going to like heavy con travel. I'm talking like 30, maybe 40 a year. And it was just constant. And obviously, like any traveling professional, you make friends along the way on the road. You get your road stories, you know, these
Drink
things.
a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, drink. Listen, everybody keeps trying to put the saint away, but the saint don't get put away. You know what I mean? But it's been interesting times, especially like who you end up drinking with, and then the stories that come from that. So,
well, is there? I mean, nah, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, or you know, you can keep it redacted a little bit. But is there any story you can share with us from the road that you know kind of would
I'll share the one story that I have shared at like 1 a.m.
Okay,
but
cool,
I'm just not gonna say specific names, but I'll tell you where they're from, more or less, professionally.
That's fair.
So it was me, my buddy Atra Mesa, who is a Series 2 creative, and two other artists. And all right, this is gonna be a weird breakdown. 2 Power Rangers. I'm not gonna say who.
Wait, what?
2 Power Rangers.
Was it Pink Ranger? Was Pink Ranger one?
2 Power Rangers.
Yeah. Was it Kimberly? Just tell me if it was Kimberly. I want to know.
He can't say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Was it a primary color or?
So 2 Power Rangers.
Yeah,
I knew she wasn't. She wouldn't say
someone.
2 Power Rangers walk into a bar.
Yeah.
Someone. No, but you gotta listen to this crew here. Listen to this crew. 2 Power Rangers, an ex WWE diva, someone from The Walking Dead, and I can't say it. An ex boy band member. Let's put it that way.
I love this already. There's definitely a joke in here somewhere.
And we're all in a con in Rhode Island. We're at a pub called Murphy's, as any Irish bar would be in any place you go, probably, right?
Right.
We're hanging out, and fans noticed the kind of crew that's together sitting. We're sitting in like a corner somewhere away from everybody. And they walk over and they notice one of the Power Rangers and they say, hello. Oh my God, you're my favorite from this and this and that, blah, 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 blah. They get to the actor that was from Walking Dead and say, wait, which Power Ranger are you? And we all lost it. So now the running joke, we started saying, oh, you don't know who that person is? That person is the Indigo Ranger. And we just kept running that joke and running it. And he was just so pissed. So every time he was called a Power Ranger, he had to take a shot. What he did not know is that me and my buddy were going around telling people, go over there and ask him if he's a Power Ranger.
Leave it to you to egg on the crowd in the bar. So
fast forward, right? This is the end of the night. I'm still semi-sober. I'm the soberest one. Me and Atra are the soberest two of the bunch. The boy band member and the person from Walking Dead are completely wasted, right? And now a crowd is starting to form towards the front of the bar. So we're like, how the hell are we gonna get these two out of here now? They call their handlers call an Uber. We had to push them through a kitchen area, okay, and literally shove them in the car and pray that they get to the hotel, right? Now, once that's done and we come back through the kitchen area back to where we were with the other guys, we're missing somebody. So the ex-WWE diva has now disappeared. No one knows where this person is. The handler is losing their mind. Oh my God, I gotta get that, get her back. Where could she be? So now, instead of having a good time, now we gotta backtrack to other bars to see if she went back for whatever reason. She ends up in a gay bar somewhere that we walk into and looking for her, and Atro was probably propositioned at least 10 times, so that was a confidence booster for him. And we never found her. Right? Finally, the handler gets a text message saying it's her. Oh, I'm at such and such place. I can't say what she was doing, but she was gone.
She was with the other two Power Rangers.
Yeah, probably.
So now she's gone. So I'm like, okay, well, the night is over. Let's just all go home, right? Okay, we all go home. Everyone's safe-ish. The next day, I show up super early to the con, and I sit down to sketch out an Indigo Power Ranger. I ended up getting somebody had like a pad, right? That was at least an 18x24, and I sat there and I did a quick scout. I got there like at 8:00, and the con started like at 9:30 for VIPs, then 10:00 to the public. So I got there like at 8:00, drew out this Indigo Power Ranger, went to the guy from the Walking Dead's table, the banners that they have with the person's face, and I taped it over his face.
Oh my God.
I go back to my table where he comes in. He walks past my table. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? He goes, hey, what's up, bro? How you got shades on? He's obviously hungover. And I'm laughing. I go, well, you okay? How you feeling? I'm all right. I'm right. He goes to his table, which was like right across from me, and I just hear mother. And he tears it down. He comes right over to my table. He's like, did you do this? Did you do this? I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what's the problem? Like, what? It was a great time nonetheless.
Indigo Power Ranger.
So when you ushered the boy band member out the back door, was the song "Bye Bye Bye" playing by any chance?
Oh my
It's gonna
gosh.
It might have been.
Maybe. All right.
It might have been.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's fun, you guys. Again, sometime on if you're feeling frisky late night, come on an IG Live, and Saint's got all the stories. But a lot of that was because of your comic book, art and stuff like that. So talk a little bit about that, because to this day, you still do a lot of comic book art, even like on your commissions and things like that. You just did one for Bloodstripe.
Yeah. So when I first started kind of making a name for myself, I was becoming known because of fan art, but fan art doing more fan casting kind of stuff, right? So if someone said, "Oh, this person is rumored to play this character," and this is like when the MCU was kind of starting off, and they were already starting to throw rumors of this person could play this superhero or whatever, I would take that character and turn him into the superhero. And obviously, when the algorithm was good for artists, that would pick up steam, and it just really started working out for me. And then it wasn't until I want to say it might have been a little before the pandemic. And I'll always give this brother his flowers, Rios Palante, Mr. Food Stamps himself. He gave me my first chance at a comic book cover. He's the guy that kind of cracked the door open a little bit for me, just doing a variant cover for his comic book. And it kind of showed people that I could do a variant cover for comic books. So with that came, all the other titles, Tragedy, The Realist Bayani. These are all indie guys, you know what I mean? But like it all leads to stuff. And then through that, I did some movie posters that ended up on Amazon Prime and Tubi and Netflix, and it's all that stuff kind of goes hand in hand, right? So but I always credit Rios with giving me my first shot with the variant cover. So shout out to Rios Food Stamps.
That's so
crazy.
cool.
What's your favorite? Oh, sorry. Real quick. What's your favorite comic book cover that you've ever done, like character wise? What's kind of in your wheelhouse for what you like to draw?
I think my favorite one so far, I technically love all the monster stuff, but I really do like anything that looks like an old school X-Men. You know how they used to, Jim Lee and all them used to draw them out in the 90s, with the suits with all these pockets and stuff that probably had no real purpose, but it just looks cool. So
shoulders.
Yeah, right. So the closest thing to that, as far as what I've done, is for the title Tragedy by Phil Russett. He actually, I got to do 3 covers for him, 2 which were published and 1 that is still kind of I guess he's waiting to see when he's going to use it for. But I love her because she was a female cat. She was like a Black Widow, but not really. Like Ninja meets like Ninja Gaiden meets Black Widow, kind of, as far as like the outfits and what she used, because she had katana swords and all this other stuff, and it was just really fun to do. But I also like doing monster stuff, like
That's
Catalyst. Yeah. So like Catalyst for Rob Powers and
so Glass isn't right, I guess.
Glass said he was betting it was Hello Kitty. That was your favorite.
Hey, you're not going to turn down Hello Kitty. That's a good gig right there.
That's a good check right there. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So like if you do a comic book cover that has like, your work on the front, doesn't it have to kind of match what the person in the comics making inside the comic book? Like, do you have to work with that person?
Yeah, like I'm not creating covers just out of thin air. They give me a brief, right? So they give me a breakdown, like the character concepts that they already have. They send me over that, so I know what the character is supposed to look like.
Oh, okay,
and then if they just want a stylized cover, then they just give me the characters that they want on the covers. The references with bullet points as far as approved weaponry, approved colors, what are they wearing, what's it look like, because you gotta, I can't just it's a chick with a suit on, like I have to stay true to the characters.
Yeah, you don't want chickens in suits like that.
Yeah.
That's probably, yeah.
If they need me, so like Corrupt Moon is one, right, where it's like a bunch of werewolf kind of stuff. What's his name, Nick never commissioned me for anything stylized. It had to do with the breakdown of the story. So the cover would always be a teaser of what's going to happen inside the book. So it couldn't just be some random werewolf. He would want specific characters. They would have to be built a specific way without giving away too much. And I just have to make it work. And luckily, 60 or something covers later, I haven't failed yet. So
That's good. We don't want that.
yeah, I got a reputation to uphold here.
I mean, I heard Ditto's birthday one was he was giving you a hard time about, your stuff and how you were doing it. I heard.
Yeah. I was
Hard to work with.
He told me
very hard work.
I had to do it left-handed and not right-handed.
Yeah. I did. That was, but we'll speak about that very quickly. Rock, I got his IG up if you want to.
It's already up.
Okay. So speaking of the birthday print that he's talking about here, we got together some of our favorite artists from the creatives and whatnot community, and I got a little overzealous, as I tend to do, and I went to Saint and I said, "Saint, help!" and he helped, and he was really good at it. But this is the birthday print. So good.
Shout out to every artist on there. You guys all killed it with your characters. Everything fit perfectly.
And give yourself a lot of credit though, Saint, because although each and every artist who murdered their parts, you were really the orchestra leader, architect, as I like to call it, that put this not only the landscape together, but then tied it all together at the end. So we assigned kind of the little sections of where their character would go, and they had free range to do whatever they wanted with it. But then they sent it back to you, and you tied it all together and put lighting and shading and really made it look like one cohesive piece. And I think that in and of itself blows me away that you were able to have that skill set and do that, because that's crazy to me.
I appreciate it.
Here's another great piece you did for a community member for Ian B's charity stream, which was dope.
So kind, first of all, to offer that, and second of all, so good.
I never can look at every time his name Bloodstripe comes up. Now this is what I see.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought with what his tag name is, I was like, that actually would probably be a great comic book cover, like
really
a
would,
title.
Mike is such a calm, just chill guy, and then you sitting here with two big ass machine guns with blood all over.
He's got that swag, like his face. He's just chilling.
Yeah,
though. I know.
Yeah,
very calm under pressure. Bloodstripe.
You guys had to see the reference photos he sent me. It was hilarious.
So how long did that take you to complete that piece?
So
a day, 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you, and we're going to tease this in a little bit, but I can tell you, having now worked with Saint on 2 different projects, the man's a machine. He is so unbelievably skilled and talented. It's almost unfair.
I mean, after 15 years, I better know what I'm doing somewhat.
Yeah,
you've been doing it for a while. You built that, built that skill set up.
Yeah, and anything especially with my hyper realism, anything humanoid, like a human kind of figure is kind of muscle memory at this point.
Yeah.
So,
and I was gonna say the Cardi piece, it's all dope. It's all dope, right? But I look at people's art, and I told you this before, and I can see what they did. The lines, how they did it. But your hyper realism work, it's always been very just. It's hard to understand because it looks like it's a photo, you know what I mean? But it's just it's so crazy to me.
I mean, that's kind of why when I'm working on something, even if it's a commission or if it's a personal piece, I put up a lot of progress videos, whether I'm building the thing out in 3D or if I'm digitally painting it. I put out a lot of progress stuff because I kind of want people to see more or less how I'm doing it. Because there's always an assumption that I'm either photo mashing or I'm using AI, which my IG kind of, was around before AI. So
yeah, nah, not even that, man. Just those other people who do hyper realism paintings, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. It's just your brain works differently than other artists. It has to for you to do what you do.
It's all the voices in the head, bro. Mark Hamill.
I was gonna say that, but I just didn't want to. Yeah.
Wow.
I met Mark Hamill. He is an amazing dude.
I get to meet him at a Fan Expo event coming up in August. I'm excited about that. I cannot wait. He's a
Good job,
fan
BK.
favorite for sure.
What about your favorite color? We always ask that question. What's your favorite color?
If there was a color darker than black, I'd go with that. But for now, we'll go with black.
What's that? What do they call it? The blackest paint that you can get? It's like a
Oh yeah.
It's
hyper. It's like super black. I forget what it's
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I think that's what it's called, super black.
really,
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
That's
call,
a good marketing.
Like,
play right there.
it absorbs all light. Like there's no reflection on it. It's
I'm just
Yeah, no, I know
I'm
what
just
you're
gonna
talking about.
I'm just gonna call it my soul.
There you go. Saint Soul. That's the new color scheme on the chart. In fact, I'm going to paint my. I'm going to go to get a swatch the next time I go to paint a wall and go. Do you have Saint Soul?
Yeah.
Black?
So Ditto, you wanna tease the next project that
it
going
needs to
on?
be darker than that, actually.
Yeah, Saint. I don't know if you have the capability of showing this off in any way, shape, or form, but you're welcome to.
Do let me see if I can open this up.
So
I
let me
know.
kind of. Oh, go ahead, B.
I was just gonna say I know what this is and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited.
Well, so y'all know that DT4 has a presence at Collected Con in Chicago coming up in August. We're very excited about it, both collectively as DT4 and individually. We each have a lot going, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And I'm again, all of us, the little collective group here at DT4 is very fond of, and we are ambassadors of the creatives. We love every artist we've met from the creatives. B is a creative. I believe in my heart of hearts that E and Rock are future creatives, and Saint obviously is a creative, and many people, Red Guardian, and a lot of the artists that are in this room. So I wanted to do something that was a DT4 creatives joint collab. I had a lot of success with the birthday print, so I said, let's do that on steroids. And we are going to put together a very limited hand signed, I'll call it a super print for lack of a better term, that is going to be Chicago centric in nature and theme. And it's going to have all of the DT4 family here. And then any creatives, series 1, 2, or 3 artists who are physically going to be on site at Collected Con, because it does have to be hand signed. And they are going to all be on this piece. It's going to be unbelievably cool. And with that, Saint, I'll kind of hand off to you.
So this is a work in progress. I've had to build each part of this out in 3D and paint it out. So it's going to be a little rough, but that's okay.
Yeah, rough for Saint is like the Sistine Chapel for most of us. So I've seen this, and trust me, there ain't nothing rough about it.
How can I? Windows. Here we go.
So the setting, since it is Chicago, the setting of the event is at Navy Pier, hence the Ferris wheel in the back there. And the Chicago CTA system, which is basically for those of you that live in large cities that have subways, this is an above ground subway kind of tram system. And there's a blue line, a red line, a brown line, etc. And we took the famous CTA cars at a elevated stop in the city of Chicago with Navy Pier in the background. Lots of little Easter eggs and details to come, and about 24 different artists, characters, and graffiti who will be spread all over this beautiful canvas.
So the biggest pain in the ass on this,
Me.
besides the obvious,
Yeah.
but was this train system, because I'm from New York, like I know the MTA like the back of my hand, but I had to look at all types of pictures of this damn train to get all the little details right. And it was, to be honest with you, pissed me off a bit, but we got it.
A lot of things about Chicago pisses people off.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the deep dish, all that.
The cost of a hotel,
The lack of ketchup on hot dogs. We get it.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah.
Yes, but
I might.
Hi.
so I got to, the buildings, everything is constructed out of 3D in this, and then digitally painted.
And there's details like the skyline of Chicago and off in the distance in the background. When you get this thing in hand, it's going to be a gorgeous piece. It's going to be uniformly hand signed in some kind of a paint pen that will pop off that canvas. It'll be a poster style print. It's going to be very limited all of the details are still a little rough. I can tell you some of the artists if we want to start to unveil a few of the artists that are going to take part.
I'm gonna take this off the screen because it's starting to piss me off. I'm noticing.
Yeah,
things.
it's terrible. Take that down.
So horrible.
Get that off of there.
I'm
Oh,
noticing.
Beautiful. Oh
Terrible.
my gosh, I cannot.
So
I was about to take it down, so I'm glad you said that, Saint. That's
When the same boat there, Rock.
That was a nice photo that you took. It must have been a
Oh
very
my
expensive
God.
camera. It's a good. Yeah.
we will we will give you a very first ever unveiling of the artists who have committed to this print so far, and more to come still, guys. So obviously the collective group individually of Rock, EB, and myself will be on the print. We have Creative Artists Inc. Toos, aka Little Tiny Tucci. We've got Jay Martin. We've got King Ganga. I Like Cool Shit. Rux. In Prime We Trust. DXE. Cats Can Puke, aka Flavia. Grimly Toys. Ando, pretty good posters. Red Guardian, the man himself. Space Rabbit Studio. Mr. Mento. And the legend Chris RWK. And still 4 or 5 or 6 more artists coming behind that.
And remember, guys, these are all going to be people at Collecticon in person. So
yeah,
be pretty cool.
I can't wait to get my hands on some of this artist stuff. You know, there's some of these artists that I haven't worked with yet, and I can't wait to kind of mess with their stuff. You know.
All I'm saying is that we better get a group creatives photo.
Oh,
I'm gonna be yelling at everybody to get over there and take a picture.
Remember in the bar that night, like you were going around to all the tables to try to get everybody together for that one photo, and it was so good that we did it because once it's taken, it's awesome. You know,
you should have saw guys at Con a few years ago. Ditto was there. All those people spread out in that restaurant, and then somehow she managed to get there. Yeah, she's like the mom.
I stood up and I was like, "Everybody, we're taking a picture!"
Yep.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I mean, you know, next time you guys do that, just FaceTime me, and I'll be in the back like this.
There we go.
Hey, memories have to be documented like that. You know, like next time everybody's gonna be together like that. It's a special occasion, so.
Well, and all those, unfortunately, sadly, Son of Saint won't be in Chicago at Collecticon with us. He will have his digital hand, footprint, mouth, whatever prints all over this thing, so it'll be great. Yeah. So thank you again, Saint. Thank you for now twice. I can say individually, if you guys are interested in commissioning this very talented human for any kind of digital piece or even DIY cards or whatever, hit him up. What's your IG handles right there? It's at _son of a saint. And I highly recommend you do so because I've had now the pleasure to work with him twice. We're still in the middle of this one project, but he is a consummate professional. He is incredibly talented, as you saw. You can give him any vision like Bloodstripe did, like I did it for my birthday print, like I'm doing with the Collecticon print, and all of those different comic books and things like that. And he will make it a reality. It's like whatever you want to do.
I appreciate that. And I'm not, you know, just to add to Ditto, it's not just limited to, you know, the comic book stuff and you know, the specialized kind of fan art stuff. Like you know, Ghosty and I have a pin drop coming soon.
Yeah.
I re-envisioned his Ghosty from my mind, so that's going to be an interesting
From the
one.
Perspective of the Saint.
And my man, appreciate you. Our Contenders, that's a group of highly talented comic book artists. Those dudes are crazy good. But, you know, I also do, you know, you need a logo reworked or need a logo, need some branding, need anything of that. I could take care of that for you as well. T-shirt designs, all that.
I'm gonna be hitting you up very, very soon for a T-shirt collab that we can put up.
Sounds good to me. Good to me.
Yeah, Rock's got his new website, so he's going to need to load it up with amazing swag, and who better than to team up with the Saint?
Yeah, I pretty much have from what you guys have seen, there is literally I don't want to say that. But I was gonna say there isn't any style that I can't touch, but that's a lie. I can't do anime. So
Good. That's good. That's fine.
So outside of that, there's nothing I can't really adapt to. So whatever you guys need, let me know.
Listen,
we're gonna listen. We're gonna hit you up with some of the hard hitting DT4 questions. Here they come. Are you ready, Saint? Are you ready? This is
Let's
gonna be
go.
learn a little bit about this warped mind of the Saint behind the talented human. So obviously we didn't ask this question the last couple of shows, and I've just gotten grief for it. So let's just start with it and pull that Band-Aid. What's your take on ketchup on a hot dog?
now you're just picking and choosing which guests get asked the question.
That is true. See, I'm going to get grief either way, but I figured
Ketchup. First of all, ketchup on a hot dog is an absolute. I am from New York. We put ketchup on our hot dogs.
There we go. There we
Thank
go.
Cool.
all right, you're fired, Saint.
I actually just read a poll. I don't know how it came up, but there was a poll. I think BK sent me something, and I just happened to look it up. But apparently, ketchup is the #2 topping on hot dogs in the entire nation.
Next to mustard.
Yeah, right below mustard.
Okay, cool.
But it's still a thing. It's the point.
It's #2.
There's a lot of there's a lot of 4-year-olds in the country.
Oh no, Rux, I'm sorry you're sick. Feel better.
Rux, you need to move to the States and stop being sick. Dang it! Like,
Yeah, right.
you need to-
Let's get
You're
you
allergic-
all those
you're
diseases,
allergic to
those
your
camels
hormone
are
now.
not, or
What
pandas,
was your
whatever,
So
koalas, whatever
we
you
want-
got.
We want to hear a little bit about this rumored musical career of yours. Talk a little bit about that.
So when I was young and dumb, as opposed to old and dumb now, I was a singer in a metal band called the Biting Saints.
And Slipknot.
But when I was in Biting Saints, we opened for Edema. I want to say Creed, but it wasn't really Creed. It was Scott Stapp and fill-ins for Creed for the rest of the band. And he was drunk anyway, so he never got through that. But
Oh boy.
and we got to do a lot of shows here in New York, and we traveled a bit, and it was a really good run. And I was a singer from like 16 to like 29, 30.
Did you wear the all white outfits? Like Backstreet does.
No, I wore assless chaps with Saint on the side of it.
That makes
that was
sense,
the
yeah.
only way to go.
Oh,
Stamp
boy.
tramp that says one way on it.
No, it said Booyah, actually.
Nice.
A couple of horns coming out of your head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of transitions nicely into the next question. And when you're doing your digital art or any other art that you might be sitting there pounding out, are you listening to a playlist in your head? And if so, is it just all guar, or are you kind of talk about the
No,
Saint
I listen to a physical playlist. I can't work in silence. It's just not. I can't do it. So my playlist is like a weird mix of everything from every subgenre of metal to blues to 90s hip hop to some salsa, merengue, reggaeton, freestyle. It's all over the place. But I definitely can't work in silence.
Nice. What about food? Because we got some foodies in the chat. Do you yourself cook, or is there a favorite food you have?
I do cook. I'm a huge carnivore, so I just look for different ways to, make. I'm gonna get crap for this one, but for flavored meats.
Hey, somebody clip that. That's going to be on a constant loop from now on.
Yeah, but and obviously I'm Puerto Rican, so like I do my rice and beans, my arroz con gandules, pernil, mangú.
But are you related to Red Guardian? Because it seems like all the creatives have some relation to Red. Especially Series 1.
Yeah.
No relation.
Series 1, especially Series 1 people. We keep finding out that he's related to all these people.
Yeah, B found out she's actually his fifth cousin.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican. We somehow related. That's guaranteed. So somewhere down the line, we're related for sure.
Got it.
Whether in Puerto Rico or all the backtrack all the way back to Spain or even the Taino people, somehow we are related.
There's pop culture in a lot of your work. I mean, it's just peppered throughout. You were just doing I don't know if we can we say the piece you were just commissioned for?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I don't want to get you in trouble or anything. So he just was commissioned to do the new movie that's coming out, Deadpool Wolverine, a Deadpool Wolverine piece, which I got to see a sneak peek of, which is insane. What are maybe a couple of your favorite pop culture characters, references, movies, whatever, something in that, you know?
So the one I'm gonna go with, and it's one for kind of selfish reasons, but like I had this one moment where you get in this rut and creatively you just try to do things that are a little different than what you normally do, and I hate to say to try to get attention, but let's face it, like artists are attention whores. That's how we get our money. You know what I mean? That's how we get our commissions and we get our work. You know, we have to kind of put ourselves out there and get the attention. And I just said, screw this. I'm not doing anymore. And I just stopped for a minute. And then I'm a big wrestling fan, and Ric Flair got sick. So I just said, you know what? Let me just try something new. And instead of doing like all this comic book fan art stuff, I'm just gonna do like a tribute piece to Ric Flair because he's sick. You know, why not? I did it. It published on Instagram. About 4 hours later, 5 hours later, my Instagram just goes nuts. I mean nuts. And next thing you know, I'm in BuzzFeed, WrestleZone, the Daily News, New York Post.
Wow.
Like all these like media outlets were like picking it up and running with it. And which led to when he came back and did his first con, I got to meet the man himself.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we took a picture together with him holding it, and he put it on his Instagram. And then, of course, that made my Instagram go nuts again.
Did he sign the piece for you?
Of course.
Nice.
So, like,
Did he give you a woo?
He did not give me a woo because he was still jacked up. So it was more like a woo, 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 woo.
More like an owl call.
Yeah.
Well,
and I was just scared that he does that chest slap. I'm like, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. We need that heart to keep working.
He was so I used to do a lot of sports memorabilia collecting several years ago, and one of the cool stories I have from going to one of the national shows was at the bar that's literally across the street. It's a nice fancy steakhouse. They have a nice bar area, and I've met a few celebrities in there. In fact, BD and I hung out with Kiefer Sutherland, which was pretty cool. But we got to see Ric Flair, and he was in the bar having a couple of cocktails, and he had, his wife or whatever woman was on his side.
It's probably Wendy.
he was doing the woo in the bar and everything, which was kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a huge wrestling fan, it was still it's iconic. It's neat.
Yeah. Who doesn't know Ric Flair? The
right.
man, you say his name, and someone somewhere is gonna go woo.
I mean, that's like saying you don't know Andre the Giant or Hulk Hogan or whatever. You don't even have to be a wrestling fan to know those kinds of names. They transcend beyond the wrestling arena. Well, that's cool. What is something that maybe the average person doesn't know about Saint that you want them to maybe know? Does he really have a soft underbelly? Is that true? Have I heard that?
You bastard. So, I mean, my biggest achievement, my greatest creations, the greatest thing in my life right now, my twin daughters. They are what keeps me pushing. Any artist could tell you this is not an easy life to be in, especially being a full-time artist. And it's hard, and you want to be able to constantly have this stability for your kids, but a part of this is also being an example of whatever you want to do, put the work in, you make the sacrifices. It ain't gonna be all rainbows and butterflies, but if you really want it, do it. You can do it. Would it be easy for me to just like get a regular kind of 9 to 5 and support my family like that, sure. But I kind of use this as a lesson for my kids, you know, like if you guys want to do something and you're really passionate about it, the world's gonna be against you, but if you believe in yourself, like who can really stand against you? You know, do it.
I love
I feel
that.
sorry for you when they're
Great message.
16 and you have twin girls at the house. That's going to be craziness.
I'm not. Saint's going to be the scariest dad to knock on that door to come see her. Are you kidding me? He'll be
Yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah, knock on my door. She'll be ready.
You got a new boyfriend? Can I get a picture?
Bring him in. Bring him in. Listen, don't worry about the garbage bag, the baby powder, the duct tape. Don't worry about none of that. That has nothing to do with
plastic
you
on the
right
floor
now.
because we're doing construction. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with you right now.
This knife, it's just a prop. It's just a prop. It's not real.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Who? So you know, a couple other like kind of art theme questions. I mean, beyond just the art, we are the four of us collectively, especially are. I mean, at the heart of it, we are collectors, and I know that you yourself have kind of an impressive collection. You do a little collecting yourself. Can you talk about maybe a couple of your insane pieces in your collection that you've shown
I've
off?
got so many things that I wish I could show you guys. Everything from like, you know, like mainstream to like obviously indie stuff. But I've got stuff from Playful Gorilla. I've got stuff from Surge and Destroy. I've got you know, what's going on, Cardi? I've got all types of great old pieces. You know, I got banana clips and all this other stuff. But one of my two of my major pieces is I have the script to episode 1 of X-Men the animated series, the original X-Men.
Crazy.
Given to me by the Leewards, the writers, the couple that wrote the episode.
Yeah.
Signed to me. I helped out with a project that they did that was kind of like showcasing what they did for the animated series, and I got to do some artwork for that. And as a thank you, they sent me that, and that is like one of my prized possessions. And the other prized possession that I have is the prototype for what could have been or would have been my first designer toy with Sir One, which was called the Horror Babylon. It was an 11-inch statue based on my artwork. The amount of detail that Sir One was able to get out of my concept art was insane. That was actually like the running joke because he was like, well, let's do it. And I was like, you know, I'm a hyper realistic artist, right? How you going to get that detail in like a, you know, for 3D? He was like, we'll make it work. He did. I mean, it had some imperfections, but nothing crazy, you know, like, and I got the prototype there. That sadly is never going to see the light of day, but you know, things happen for a reason. It definitely taught me a thing or two of maybe I need to simplify some stuff.
Well, I've only got one more question myself. Chad, if you guys have any questions for Saint, now's the time. Pepper up that chat with whatever you want to know from this man. As far as art goes, who are maybe a couple of your, you know, biggest inspirations as far as, you know, artists, mentors, whatever?
So,
and don't say Cardi because he's in the room.
So one of my main influences, and it's, you know, it's been mentioned during my career, is a guy named Boss Logic, which is from Melbourne, Australia, and just in his ability to storytell in hyperrealism with his digital art. I love the way he tells stories with his pieces. One of my personal mentors was a gentleman by the name of Tommy Castillo, who is no longer with us, the late great one. And he drew Batman in the early 90s, and he also did a lot of artwork for the Dark Wizard of Oz. You know, of course, some of the greats, Frank Frazetta, you know, Greg Capullo, love Greg Capullo, Todd McFarlane, comic book, like up there, like on my Mount Rushmore is definitely like Alex Ross because he has that realism. You know, just to name a few.
Nice.
Cardi said, I just want to know, how does one get as handsome as Saint in his creative's card picture?
You you spread them and let life kick you in the needle regions for a
Wait,
while. That's how you get that handsome, because you start convulsing your face so much, somehow something happens.
Oh,
See? How's that for an answer for you, Cardi?
Cardi with all the hard hitting questions.
Oh yeah.
Tucci wants to know what your what was the question? She said,
She's just trying to get me to sing the theme song.
what's your
Don't do
favorite
it.
creative artist
Oh.
theme song?
Tiny little Tucci.
There it is.
She's just a little bougie.
Oh my gosh.
So,
So-
just talking right now, I just had an idea that I'm going to hit you up on for a job.
Sounds good to
So-
me.
Gonna be fired.
Also, saying, how does it feel to hop in Tucci's show at the very last minute and miss all the blind boxes?
Oh,
Oh wait, no, that was Kist.
that was definitely Kes.
You weren't even in the show, were you? Ah, that's what it was.
How does it feel to miss the show completely?
It doesn't. I gotta tell you, B. It doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel.
Messing me. Saint's a
Doesn't
busy
feel
guy.
good at all.
Saint's a busy guy.
Doesn't feel good at all.
Wound, E.
I know. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I know. After I said it, but
So what do you got coming up? What do you got? What's your hot thing besides our big poster that we're doing? What's your next biggest thing?
I have, Diddle touched on it. I have a commission that is getting finalized any day now, maybe today, tomorrow, for the gentleman at Art History 101, which is a clothing line from Philadelphia. They have commissioned me to do a Deadpool and Wolverine piece for the upcoming movie, which they're doing something with the local theaters to promote. And this thing is packed with detail. I mean, packed with detail. Once you see that thing, you're gonna want to get that shirt, and it's gonna be a very limited run.
It is dope. Yeah.
It's they switched it up a little bit on me, but I was able to make it work. They don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But it's still, I'm really, really happy with how it came out. I've also got Corrupt Moon issue number 2, which I've done the cover for, which should be dropping in July now. First issue is in the printing press now. That should be releasing any day now. But that the actual issue 2 should be dropping in July. And then they've also got me for issue 3, which I've actually already finished the cover, but can't really talk about that when that drops, because who knows when that drops. And I mean, that's really it so far.
What about cons? Will you be
No cons for the Saint. My daughters are way too young right now. I can't really.
Will you be making an appearance at not even just
I'm
stopping
not-
by like
so
you did at NYCC last
I might do a drive by to 5 Points just to see all the beautiful folks there.
Yeah.
I won't be there. Either will be.
Yeah, I won't be there either. It's
Matt might be out there.
I might try to represent DT4 for one day out there. We'll see.
So
You.
Saint, you're open, right? Your commissions are open via your IG. Slide into your DMs or what?
Yeah, slide into the DMs. If you really don't want to slide into my DMs for whatever reason, my email is saintbydesign@gmail.com.
There you go. So it's at _son of a saint on IG. You see the handle right there on his on the quadrant that he's in. That
Very
handsome.
smart to put it right there in your name. I like that.
Yeah.
And
it's not my first rodeo, as you can see.
yeah.
It's in
Well,
second.
honestly, man,
Yeah.
it's been an absolute pleasure collabing with you on a couple of projects. I can't wait till the finish line on this Collected Con project. You're killing it. So it's in the absolute right hands. I've gotten to know you a little bit over the past year, and you're a hell of a guy too, Saint. You really are.
I try to be.
Are. Well, we appreciate you coming on to DT4, man. Please hit up this human, get him some commissions.
So I just want to say one thing before I go really quick. I really appreciate the time you guys took out to kind of showcase me a little bit. It's trust me, it's really appreciated. You guys are all doing amazing things individually and collectively. I want to shout out all of the creatives from series 1 to series 3. All of you guys are absolutely murdering it in everything that you guys do. And that man right there, Red Guardian, I want to give him his flowers for being the bridge, the multiple layered bridge that has brought all the creatives together. And I just want all of you guys that are listening, if you're a creative, remember that doesn't just mean art. That means in everything you do, whether it be writing, pictures, hey, maybe even inspiring someone with a word. Keep creating. Don't stop creating, because we are living in a world where everything is doomsday and dark, and we need some light. So be the change you want to see and go create.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. See, I told you.
Yeah.
God.
He's definitely a saint for sure.
Yeah.
No,
Well, we
All
couldn't
right.
have said it better ourselves, man. So thank you again for being on DT4. We will definitely be seeing you on IG Lives and doing a lot of work together. If you commission him, tell him DT4 sent you, and get this man some work. He deserves it. So thank you, Saint.
Absolutely.
All right, Saint, we'll talk to you later, buddy. Thank you again.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Take care, bro.
All right. Another great guest.
It is soothing, right?
Cute. Saint's voice is extremely soothing.
Be the change you want to see, Saldana.
I call him up when I can't sleep, and he just reads me like some bedtime stories in the background. So it's kind of nice. It's soothing.
Oh man, that's
Well, the running joke on IG Live is, for those late night IG livers out there, myself and E included, he will pop in and we'll be like, oh, time to wrap it up. IG Live, and he'll always be like, you sons of bitches. No, Saint's great, man. So definitely, please go hit him up. Whether you want a DIY card, you want something like Bloodstripe got, where you can get your own self posed as a comic book cover hero, or anything else. The imagination is wide open, and that man can make it reality. So please go get him some work.
Let's keep him busy.
Yeah.
He deserves
I got
all
one for him tonight. I will send it over to him.
Perfect.
cute.
Perfect. Well, yeah. So we touched a little bit on Collected Con. We do have some really, really cool stuff coming up. Obviously, there's going to be the LE hand signed print, which is going to be a Creatives and DT4, collab.
Yeah.
We're very excited about that and getting that into reality. We've also got the one of one customized DT4 little logo kind of walls that we've got. We showed those off, and we've got some amazing artists that are going to do some work on those. I don't know if we want to tease those tonight or not. We could, I suppose.
Show the mini one, B. Show the little guy. This one, you're going to have a chance to pick these up at the con.
Yep, we're probably even going to do something a little fun with this. These will be in little black blind bags and with our logo on there. And there will be
solid too. So if you just want to throw them at people, you can throw them at people and cause some damage.
I'm sure that Collected Con would love that, seeing these flying across the con. We are not providing the liability insurance for that.
Where do these come from?
Yeah. But,
no idea.
We will have a fun little probably chase variant of this, and if you find it, there'll be some special prizes and stuff too. So that's forthcoming. But we do have some on the bigger size wall. If you have that handy, E, we will be having one of one available. There's only going to be about a dozen of them. I know that Rock, you're doing one. E or E and B. I'm not sure how you guys are doing that, but you guys are at least doing one together, right? Is that a combo?
Yeah, we're collab.
And then we've got a list of artists that have committed to do the wall, including Red Guardian, right? I think. Am I wrong on that one?
Yeah.
Red, you're doing one in case you didn't know.
Wow, Red called them custom frisbees. Wow, Red. Wow.
Frisbees. Thank you.
Be whatever you want to be.
King Ganga is doing one of those bad boys.
Nice.
Yeah,
Goop Master. Goop is doing one.
Got the Goop Master. We've got a special collab from the land down under, which is going to be both Braindeef and Rux One, who are going to pair up on one of those bad boys. And
we have a collab with Jay Martin and Grimley.
J. Martin and Grimley.
It's going to be fire.
Yeah. And some big names that are coming in the very near future who are committed to do one of those. There is we'll just leave. We'll save some secrets, but I think that the key is to follow us on IG. It's DT4_live on IG. That's our @ handle, and if you can go subscribe to that or follow us on IG. I'm losing all my brain cells today. That's where we're going to be doing a lot of the announcements, and those announcements now are coming fast and furious and very soon. We also have a lot of creatives artists that are going to be pairing up and doing some 1-hour signings at our table. And that includes the likes of the aforementioned Grimley and Jay Martin, who will be signing together. Rux and the Paper Knot will be signing together. DXE and Inktoos will be signing together. And Sketchy Sketch and Red Guardian will be signing together. And we've got a few other surprises up our sleeves, so stay tuned for those announcements as well. But good opportunity to bring your creatives binders, your cards, pack them in your backpack or whatever. And if you forget them, you don't have a card for that artist, we will have little packs that we'll be selling off that you can get signed. They're going to have art at the table during that hour that is going to be custom for themselves, or they're going to get to keep all the proceeds of that, and a lot of other fun surprises.
And you guys are probably sitting back in the the 5,000 people that are in the room right now are sitting back saying, I'm not going to be at the con. Well, I feel left out. But what we're going to do, we talked about this before, we are going to have a Whatnot stream probably that Sunday night. I think, Ditto, we talked about maybe. I don't know.
We'll work that out. Details to come on the Whatnot.
We are going to have a Whatnot show that I'm going to keep a few of my collab pieces with Rux, Sketch, all those type of things. We're going to keep some of them back so you guys have an opportunity to get some. So don't feel left out.
Yeah. The FOMO will be real, but we will you will live vicariously through us, because we are going to go on IG Lives. We are going to give you virtual tours around the con. We may it's still TBD, but we may even be doing some interviews and stuff from there. And then, as Rock said, we will definitely go on some platforms and get some of this stuff and save some of the stuff purposely for that. So for the people who can't make it physically to Chicago, we'll have that. However,
our purpose for these walls too is throughout the year. This is going to be our logo, of course, it already is. And we're going to be using these throughout the year as giveaways, prizes for different things. We may have a sale on a certain run of, I don't even know what yet, but these are going to be available throughout the year. So you guys will have a chance to get these throughout. So
absolutely
don't feel left out.
Also, it's important to mention, and we do have individual stuff we're going to be doing at our DT4 table as well. So Rock, I know you've got a few things planned. Did you want to tease any of those right now?
Yeah, I wish I had the figure with me. It's up on my IG. Ruxy and myself are doing a Marty and his mask figure. There'll be a total of 12. I'm pretty sure there'll be 12. Maybe a chase or two in that run. So we're doing 12 of those. Sketch and myself are doing our figure that you guys already saw. Oh, there you go, B. Yeah. So the Chicago flag colors, and me and Ruxy on the Marty. So and then we're doing this together, me and Sketch, on a figure. And then I'll have my 2 regular figures, my domers.
Yep.
And hopefully, if they come in time, this is a prototype. We'll be having the 5.5-inch Franks and the Glow Franks there as well. But I don't know if these are going to be there in time. So that's what I have.
Well, that's all exciting stuff. I'm sure Rock will have other surprises up his sleeve. E and B, how about you guys? Do you have anything planned? I know you're in the working stages still on some of it, but do you have anything that you want to unveil yet?
Sketch and I have a collab that we're not going to show yet, but it's coming up. I'm hoping to possibly have something with a couple other artists. Definitely going to do some sticker designs and stuff. So yeah, still figuring out. I'm going to have some prints of some of my art. And I'll probably have some like custom pieces that I'll, paint up and have there too.
Nice. And I know E and I and Saint, I think I'm going to push E to try to do this, I hope. E and I and Saint are going to have a one-of-one piece that we're going to do, which will be very fun and timely. We'll leave it at that for now. I got to have E because I have never done anything with E together and I want to. So E and I hopefully and Saint.
Yeah.
Well, you worked on one of my cows. This will be a joint thing, which I think will be fun. And then for me personally, again, I'll probably have a sticker and some other little weird stuff. But the one thing that I'm doing is my judgmental cow. I'm going to do a little short run, probably 6, 7, 8 cows tops, and it'll be the Chicago series. And it'll be all Chicago themed and centric. I know I'm doing a Michael Jordan cow, the Moose brothers, the Blues brothers, Jake and Elwood. And a few other little fun ones. So that's kind of something else that I'll be dropping at Collected as well.
Cool. A lot of stuff. I mean, it's going to be a packed 2 days. Usually you have 3 days at a con. We're going to push all this to 2 days. So
yeah,
a day of setup and 2 days of a con. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah. What about generally speaking, Rock? First off, congratulations on wrapping up your Series 4 minis. Another very successful run. You killed it.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for that because we grabbed a lot of new people this series that has never they never participated in trying to grab some of these minis. And I got some great feedback. I really appreciate all the support. It's a huge undertaking to get 32 artists together and, to get all these stuff done. And they killed it. Everybody did, from EB, Ditto, like everybody that we talked to that signed up to do it came through. And it was a blast. So I'm super excited. Yeah. And the other thing is my website launched. So
congrats.
if you guys want to go rockingtoys.com, you can't mess that up. So be loading stuff up every day. There'll be new stuff going up there. But there's a coffee mug up there for like $12. I mean, it's not crazy prices. So coffee mug, there's some few different t-shirts, my toys that are up there. There's going to be, I think my custom's up for sale up there, my custom domer. So yeah, so that's exciting.
Also, Hippie told me that he wants me, Rock, to ship his domer to you to sign. So I'm gonna have to get that in your hands, just FYI.
Yeah.
And then you've got your Tuesday upcoming shows and whatnot. You just had one yesterday and another one next week, right? Anything?
Yeah, it's so much different when I just have a regular show. Yeah. I don't have to work, like it's just a blind box show and it's just so much less pressure. So yeah, Tuesday. I think I might run I think my box comes today or tomorrow of my my new blind box, and then I'm going to do another case of Trexie. I might open the Trexies and just sell them off to the people who actually need certain figures, because there are doubles in that case. So we'll figure out something for Tuesday.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Good way to approach it.
Maybe I can get the black and gold one.
I know, dude.
I feel batty. You're like, hot hands, pick me one. And I was like, I failed you.
It's all good. It's a risky take.
E and B, you guys had a really, really good show this past Saturday. Killed it as usual. You guys got your normal Saturday plan this week. What do you guys got coming up?
Yeah, we just got a bunch of cases in. They're still like wrapped up right now, so I'm not going to pull them, but but yeah, we'll have a whole bunch of, different stuff, some new stuff we haven't run before. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sketch has a show coming up.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
So make sure to go bookmark Sketch's show.
Guys, and I've seen some of the stuff he's doing, the customs, and he did a bunch of DIYs this time too. Guys, go check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
His Instagram story has some of the pictures of the customs that he's done. The Chris RWK penguin is adorable. That one's really cool. He has a sketchy in like silver with Tiffany blue color. It's really pretty. So yeah, make sure to go bookmark that show, especially because he was kind enough to bump it back because it was supposed to be tonight. So we
Yeah.
definitely need to show up and support him tomorrow. So
Absolutely. And if you've never been to a sketch show, he kills it each and every time. So definitely. He's also, I think you guys just mentioned this, but he's doing the Mr. Sketches again because he hadn't done them in a while. And I know people were asking about getting
And
one of those.
he's doing Mrs. Sketch. His next show, like, is at the beginning of June, like the 10th of June or whatever. He's doing his Mrs. Sketch drop. So
Nice. I took a week off over Memorial Day weekend. It was a little weird, and of course the weather sucked. So then I was regretting that I took the week off. But what are you gonna do? I am back this Friday with the two dads. So I'm doing a little collab stream on their channel. So it'll be at my normal time on Whatnot, but just on a different channel. Same ditto, different channel. 3Ds for the price of one, as we're calling it. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We do have an insane case, so I urge you guys to come out and check it out. It's going to be an AP Dark Harbor, and there's only like 13 of those cases that exist or something, according to the two dads, and we have one of them, so that's going to be dope. And then we're doing a fun little game where you're going to get two really cool dunny boxes and a chance at basically a 1 in 4 chance at another prize. So it'll be a fun little night. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to 5 points yet or not, but that will be solidified here over the next day or two. And if I do, I may or may not be doing something from New York the following weekend. So we'll see.
Nice. Yeah. So it's nonstop now until Chicago, and then right after Chicago, decon prep. Like it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Mouth, I'll put a pitch out for Mouth, Kick Punch Bite. He is doing his mini series. I know B's excited about this. The unicorn piece, which I wish I had it close by to show off. He is going to get some artists to do some ink on those and going to do a show on my show, which is those figures are so cool. They're so
very cool. I can't wait to see what B does with hers. And
that reminds me, I did just finish yesterday a custom piece that I am not allowed to like say what it is yet, but let me just say I'm like so excited to show it once I can and to talk about it because it was really fun.
We could show
really fun piece.
Is it a commission or is it your piece?
It is not my piece. It is and it's not really a commission. It was somebody that reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in doing a DIY launch that they have.
Nice. I know that. I know what you're talking about now. Yep. I know.
Yeah. And so I am super pumped. And he's going to show off something that Maya decided to do, and Sketch isn't here anymore. Sad face.
Well, it's okay. He can watch this back tomorrow morning on his way to work or whatever. So, yeah.
So he sent her a Mr. Sketch a long time ago.
Like over 6 months, at least 6 months
It's just been sitting, and then, she just hasn't really wanted or cared to do it. And then randomly the other day, she was like, I want to work on that custom. So I asked her how she wanted to do it, and then I was like, "We have the airbrush. You can paint." And she's like, "Ooh, airbrush." So literally, I just showed her how to use it. I asked for her general idea, and she made a little custom sketch.
Look what Maya painted.
She wanted to do rainbow splatters on it, basically. So it's like a black base, and I wish you could focus, but you can kind of see it a little bit.
It's the future of DT4 right there.
But
that's crazy.
And then she wanted to do a little pink drip. She picked all the colors.
Nice.
Really she did that all on her own.
Her and Lexi are going to be running the future DT4 in the not too distant future.
A little sparkly top coat too, which is really cool.
She killed it. That's awesome. I just want to say one last final thing, and then we'll wrap it up here for today as we're approaching the hour-and-a-half mark. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This is our final show of May. I know there are a lot of people out there that struggle with mental health, and it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to deal with stress and pressure and mental health. So just know that there's outlets out there that can help you. If you are having dark thoughts, just know that there's light at the end of a tunnel. Whatever analogy you want to use, it's not always going to be dark. It's always darkest before the dawn, as they say. So definitely reach out and get some help if you need it. Reach out to friends, family, whoever you trust. Talk to them, because what might feel like a bad, really deep depression day, just know that there's always something on the other side.
And there's help for you out there. And I've been that day or days that I just like, I don't want to be around. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Talk to somebody. It gets much better. You'll come out at the other side. So just, if you get dark, just reach out, and we're all here to listen to. If you ever need anybody and you don't want, your close friends, you don't want to talk to them about it, then just reach out to us. We'll talk to you.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, with that, I think we can probably wrap it up for this week. So we do have a couple of June shows coming up. I think we've got a guest in the works right now for June. We can't probably divulge quite yet, right, B? Or
yeah, probably not yet.
Okay.
It's still kind of a up in the air one on that, but it's definitely happening. We just don't know if it's in June or a little later.
Well, they'll just know that this guest is very cool. So we're looking forward to. We can say it's a she. We're looking forward to having her on, and we will keep that again, DT4_live. That's where you can find out the upcoming shows and information for Collected Con.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we got for tonight. Any last words, EB? Got anything?
Nope.
Yeah,
We love you guys.
All right, guys. We will see you all around the intraweb this coming week. A lot of stuff coming up, so come support all your peeps. And everybody have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. Be safe. Stay happy. And gosh darn it, guys, be nice to each other. And we'll see you on the next one.